Hello and welcome to Study with Sudhir. This is your digital classroom. My name is Sudhir. This is your one-stop shop where you have been getting all the reliable, accurate information about whatever is happening with your board examination. So as far as the CBSE exams for class 12 and class 10 for students of Northeast Delhi is concerned, they are now officially cancelled. I repeat, they are now cancelled. There will be no examinations for students of class 10 definitely. Also the class 12 board examinations which were to be held in the first 2 weeks of July 2020 are now cancelled. The only rider being if any student wants to improve better on the performance, on the marks that will be given, they can do so whenever the situation is conducive. I will explain that in a bit. So the mota headline is what you have heard, that CBSE examinations for both class 10 and 12 are cancelled. But अब चलते हैं कोर्ट रूम के अंदर की बात जानने के लिए कि कोर्ट रूम के अंदर जो वर्चुअल कोर्ट है उसके अंदर आज क्या हुआ दोपहर 2 बजे. As soon as the court met, Rishi Malhotra, senior advocate who was representing the 4 petitioners who had gone to the Supreme Court asking for cancellation of this examination, he informed the court that 3 states, Maharashtra, Delhi and Odisha, have said categorically that they cannot conduct the examinations. Maharashtra in any case has also cancelled the university examinations, and Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has also said that the ICSE examinations can also not be conducted. At that point in time, the Solicitor General Tushar Mehta interjected and said, let me make my submission, and he assured Rishi Malhotra that his submission will be in favor of the 4 petitioners. So what did Tushar Mehta inform the Supreme Court? Point number 1, that examinations are cancelled. He made that announcement loud and clear in the court of the 3-judge bench. But how will they now award marks for the exams that were scheduled to take place in July 2020? There is still a lot of ambiguity. उसके ऊपर अभी भी पूरी तरह से रोशनी नहीं डाली है कि किस तरह से उन पेपरों पर के लिए मार्क दिए जाएंगे. What did Tushar Mehta say? And listen to this carefully. He said marks scored in the past 3 exams will be taken into account. अब ये 3 परीक्षाएं कौन सी हैं? Which are these 3 examinations? God knows, or at least only the CBSE knows, right? CBSE will inform the court about this tomorrow morning. Everyone is obviously very perplexed. अचंभे में है ये 3 एग्जाम्स कौन से हैं? Are these the quarterly, half-yearly and a pre-board examination of January 2020? That's one possibility, right? If those are the examinations which are going to be taken into account to award marks for the remaining papers, that is, अगर XYZ का जिस pre-board, quarterly और half-yearly में जितने mark आए, the same marks average will be given for that subject which was pending and was scheduled for July 2020. That is one option. But then the question arises is, does the CBSE have the marks of all the students of these 3 examinations? We do not know. At least we do not know whether that process was even undertaken in the first place. Or the other doubt which many parents are now having, and the petitioners are also in the dark, is whether the Solicitor General CBSE was referring to the last 3 exams which were conducted. समझे? That is, if you have taken say 5 exams and last 3 exams जो हुए before the exams were suspended in the month of March 2020, would their average marks be taken? For example, if I was just looking at the timetable, and correct me if I am wrong, I think for science students class 12 CBSE, the last 3 exams which were conducted I think were chemistry, biology and mathematics, right? Would these 3 exams be taken with the marks of these 3 papers be taken into account, and that average be used to mark the papers which were not conducted and which were to be conducted in July 2020? किसी को मालूम नहीं है, ये अभी भी suspense में बना हुआ है. What the petitioners have asked instead in their petition is that the marks of the practical exams should be taken into account and extrapolated to make it over 100 marks. Practical exams is generally over 30 marks, तो जितना आता है उसको extrapolate करके पूरा 100 marks का कर दीजिए. That is what has been put in Rishi Malhotra's petition before the Supreme Court. So इसके ऊपर अभी भी क्वेश्चन मार्क है. Nobody knows. That suspense will be lifted tomorrow morning. The other point which is related to the CBSE case is that admission to colleges can be done on the basis of the marks which will be awarded to students now. जितने marks मिले उसके basis पे they can go to different universities in the countries, Delhi University, etc. and get admission, right? The other point was about CBSE class 12 students, जिसका कि मैंने mention किया पहले, who may want to take the exams and better their marks because there will be many students. ऐसे काफी सारे बच्चे होंगे जो कि अपने marks को लेके संतुष्ट बिल्कुल नहीं होंगे. They won't be happy with the marks. So for all those students, what the CBSE is saying through its Solicitor General Tushar Mehta in the Supreme Court is that all those students can take the exams at a later date whenever the situation is conducive. Okay, now while Tushar Mehta was making this particular point in court, he used the words perhaps. So, his situation is conducive. Perhaps these exams could be held in the month of September or October. So, इसके ऊपर थोड़ा सा भी डाउटफुल है कब होंगे, स्थिति कब ठीक होगी, कोविड के बाद कब सितंबर अक्टूबर में will the situation be such that exams can be held, how many students may want to take the exams at that point in time. All that is a little vague, but CBSE has left that window open. Okay. The other thing is, who will decide when the situation is conducive? The court wanted to know from Tushar Mehta, who will decide? Right at the beginning, Rishi Malhotra making the case, point that these three states have said no. Now, what happens if in September, October also some state says, no, CBSE exams cannot be held at this point in time? Who takes the call whether the situation is conducive or not? So, while Tushar Mehta said the center will take the call, the court made this particular point whether if any state kind of objects. So, the court has told the Solicitor General that this clarity has to be on record. Okay, so that's another legal procedure that needs to be done. Results को लेके again थोड़ा confusion है. So, क्लैरिटी मिल गई, मोटी मोटी खबर आ गई, बट खबर के अंदर काफी सारा कंफ्यूजन अभी भी बना हुआ है. रिजल्ट्स को लेकर द सॉलिसिटर जनरल सेड इन कोर्ट मिड जुलाई और लेटर. ओके, अगेन ही वाज नॉट वेरी फर्म ऑन अ पर्टिकुलर डेट. ओके, व्हिच इज व्हाई द कोर्ट आस्क्ड you need to provide clarity on by when you will announce the results. That is again something which he will inform the court tomorrow. But Rishi Malhotra, when I spoke to him, he said no, the Solicitor General gave an outer limit of mid-July. That's how Rishi Malhotra read what Tushar Mehta said in court. My only problem is that today we are on the 25th of June. Mid-July will mean we just have about 20 days. Does the CBSE already have all the marks and the formula, methodology, everything in place that they can do it and also compute all the marks and release the results before the 15th of July? I have my doubts. So, let's see how this works out. Probably tomorrow when the court is informed by the Solicitor General as to what date he is talking about, because initially the media reports from the Supreme Court said that we are talking about mid-August, not mid-July. So there was some kind of ambiguity as to when the results will be announced. So ye clarity I think we will get tomorrow morning. The last 2 points, the Solicitor General also making the point that CBSE's academic year will be shifted. Okay, and already we know that Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank has already told the UGC that the academic calendar has to be restructured. So that work is already started. So the academic calendar will now change. This will have an impact on when the next year 2021 exams, board exams will be held. And final point, the verdict will be announced, declared by the Supreme Court tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. It's not like Supreme Court has cancelled the CBSE examinations as some people are saying in their headlines. No, the CBSE has said that it is cancelling the examinations. The final verdict which will be pronounced by the Supreme Court, that will be tomorrow morning at 10:30. Okay, so that is as far as the CBSE board exams is concerned. I hope it's all clear despite all the dhundlapan which is still prevalent as far as the results date is concerned, as far as the assessment procedure is concerned. So all that clarity we will get tomorrow morning, hopefully from the Supreme Court. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you.